Turns out I was muted for a moment. That's all good though. Alright, today it's just me doing talking. Welcome back to Talkin Tanks. That's how you know it's been a while. Can't pronounce it. Today I'm doing a do-over of the UDES 1516. I looked at my old footage and just didn't like it on no editor by any means. And now that I have my own space, it's kind of, I can probably do this accurately, loudly, whatever I need to do. I don't have to censor myself any. And anyway, so how we do this, just to remind people, I pick a line, I kind of go down it. It's like a tech tree tank review, but it's more just talking about each individual one and its benefits on that line, which ones are good, which ones are bad. Technically, it's basically a tech tree showcase or whatever you want to call it, a review from an average person's standpoint. And I'm climbing, but I'm still working my way through. I finally broke the 6K mark, so it's taken a bit. We'll get there. So I'm going to start at tier 4 in this particular tech tree line, and we'll work our way to 10. And I may play a premium along the way. I think I've got 2 today. The only difference is they will be played after the tech tree. And it's only because as much as they can train a crew, they are auto-loaders. But we'll get there. So we're going to start at tier 4, which is the Lago. I don't have many crews for these, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't train up my super low tiers. This is the Lago, medium Swedish tank on the tech tree. It is the first one to begin the mediums, and then it drops from tier 7 to another branch and continues as the Leo goes to the Emil 1 as well. So, the Lago. Let's go over, I think it has a competitive gun. It's competitive in terms of alpha damage. The penetration between the 57mm and this isn't too much except the gold rounds. But I prefer the 57mm.
Rugrick joins the bar. Cheers, bro. Another round.
Oh, I thank you. Appreciate the follow. Didn't have to do that. I'm just starting, but I appreciate it. So, sorry, distracted myself. I prefer the 57mm over the bigger one. You get low damage shots, but your reload is insane, and you can just pepper the enemy to death. With 75 damage, I got 91mm of pen on a standard round. I have 138 on gold. Not amazing, but for tier 4 is pretty good. 2.5 basically reload, so I can probably put out 2 to 3 rounds for every one someone puts into me. 10 degrees of gun depression, amazing, can never complain. Accuracy's alright at 0.36, aim time's meh, but it's, again, tier 4. 1800 DPM, it's alright. Armor, you don't have armor. If you bounce something, you're extremely lucky. You're paper all the way around. Not even going to get into it, you just have no armor. If you bounce, consider yourself lucky. Forward, 49 kilometers. 20 kilometers backwards, not bad. This thing turns all right with 40 degrees. Camo, it's okay. It could be better, but I don't have a crew, so mine's at 19. It's not horrible. It's not great. My view range is absolutely horrific. With even coated optics, only brings it to 380. And I don't run food unless I really like the tank. It doesn't have issues with fires. And autoloaders are basically the only things I run food on. So I have 380 view range. I'm pretty blind, but we're just going to get into it and try to make this thing work. This thing's not bad by any circumstance. As a matter of fact, the entirety of the UDES 1516 line is amazing. Let me bring up my Twitch on my phone and then put my phone on my new little stand where my light is. I feel so, like, professional now. That way I can see people who've followed and actually see their names and stuff. Which was Rug Greg. I appreciate it, friend. Alright. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna go right. I don't want to be in the town. I want to avoid all the armor. Looks like there's 2 bots on enemy teams. Why is the entire screen under your face cam gray? Because that's supposed to be the chat. I need to figure out how to make it clear, but solid question. And even if I made it clear, no one would really be able to see my thing anyway. Maybe I could shrink the box a bit, because it's not like I have a ton of chatters always. Which is, it's fine, I'm not complaining, it's just I don't have a ton of chatters, you know? That was wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Aim is not doing me too good here. Gun handling doesn't seem very good, which is alright. How long you been on Watt and Cbro 2? I've been playing Watt for the better part of 10 years, and I am the commander of Cbro 2. So, basically the entirety of its existence, and before then, because I was not always Cbro 2. I was previously Reaper of the Sands. I think I've been playing Watt for about 10 years. I've been playing a long time. Okay, there we go. I'm finding my groove. It's taken me a moment. And who are you, good friend, and how long you been with us? Assuming you're with us. I don't know. There's like 5 Cbros now. There's actually 6, but 5 with people. Why low tier? Because I do a thing where it's kind of like a tech tree review, but from an average player standpoint. So I start from tier 4 and I work my way to 10. So there'll be 1 battle in each tank, even if I get ammo racked. I might come back to the said tank later, but I'm starting at tier 4 and working my way up. Sometimes it's tier 5. It just depends on what I'm playing. Cbro 5, 1.5 months. Oh yeah, I've been in Cbro 2 since like 2021, I think, is when we officially started. I don't know, but I'd have to look at my longest person. It's our 3 or 4 year anniversary coming up for sure. Yeah, but tier 8 up is so lame. I gotta get a spread, you know? Some spice of life. I need to hurry up. Only been playing Watt since the end of July. Hey, well, welcome to the chaos, man. That's what this game is. This game is just complete and utter chaos. Learned very fast, don't depend on the randos. Well, yeah. Never depend on the randoms. Never depend on your randoms. Yeah, that's something I still struggle with, and I've been playing for like 10 years. Okay, we had a pretty good match in this thing. Damage-wise, not super duper fantastic, but by no means bad for tier 4. I did about double my health, so absolute win for me. And I got about 5 kills. If I'm lucky, that's an ace. It is not an ace, because, you know, why would it be? But I made like 100k, look at that. Part of it from a mission, but that, you know what? Take it where I can get it. So yeah, that's the logo. I use the 57 for that fast rate of fire and to be an absolute annoyance. You can actually get it down faster than 2.48, but I don't play tier 4 often enough to do that. So that's the logo. I forgot to go over the equipment I use, and I run vents for a little improvement to everything, because tier 4 equipment's very limited. I also run optics because I'm blind, and a turbo, just to get some mobility in there. You asking for recommendations? Because I main heavies. I love heavies. I play everything relatively well, but I love heavies. So you say you're currently working on American. Can't go wrong with E5. T57 takes some skill, but it's good. Do not go for M5Y. It's not worth it. It has benefits, not worth it. You want something fun? You go the mouse. I know it sounds cliche, but let me tell you right now, I love my mouse. This thing is a brute. It takes some skill to play, but at the same time, it's a brute. I don't think you can go wrong with it. Getting to the mouse, different story. Panzer 7, also good. E100, the Tiger line, essentially. Tiger 1, these are very weird tanks. 6 is okay. I like the 6. It's pretty good. 7 is good, but a little harder to play because it's the Tiger 1, you know, and it doesn't have a lot of armor. Tiger 2 is great. E75 is a god tier 9. I love the E75. E100 I like less than the E75. Still good. Do you have any heavies? Like, I don't know what to recommend. I could talk about heavies all day, but I don't want to get too sidetracked from what I'm trying to do. If I were to recommend my top 3, that's what I'll do. I'll recommend top 3. You can't go wrong with the IS-7. It's pretty friendly. Getting up there is kind of a pain. KV-1's great. This is garbage. IS is okay. IS-3 is amazing at when you fully upgrade it. This is also amazing fully upgraded, and IS-7 is just generally good. That would definitely put that, the mouse, and I don't think you can go wrong with the S-Conk. As a matter of fact, the whole line going up to the Skonk is amazing. Couple prems in the AE. Yeah, you can't go. So I'd say between the Conqueror and the E5 would be probably your best bets if you want to keep, if your AE phase 1 is training a crew. E5 is pretty good. You just have weak spots. S-Conk, you have less weak spots, but you just have a nice gun. The whole line is pretty fun. The IS-7, the Maus, and the E5, I'd say are all, T110 E5 are all pretty good. You can't go wrong with any German heavy, but I'm biased on the Maus. Love this thing. Let me continue real quick, just so I don't stay sidetracked on the topic of heavies all day, because I could do that all day. Another tank I don't have a full crew on, so take it with a grain of salt. Let's get into it. I use the bigger gun on this, because the little ore gun is nowhere near as good. Because penetration. Your T832, it is very good. It is probably one of the better premiums in the game, for sure. Alright, so this is the Sturv M42. It's alright. It's a little uglier than the last one in my opinion, but it's still decent. Damage is now 150. I have 115 pen, not awful. 144 gold pen, not great, but it's tier 5. 5.4 reload, not bad. 41 traverse. 15 degrees of gun depression means this thing is killer on a ridgeline. It can make some weird peaks and barely expose itself, so definitely use that. That is probably the best feature of Swedish tanks. Aim time's alright. It's about the same as the last one with the same accuracy. My DPM has gone down 200, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Armor, you have a little more. You got 55 on the front, 30 to the sides, 20 to the rear. If you bounce something, you're extremely lucky. This thing is dill paper. 49 forwards, 22 backwards, but that's mainly because I run a turbo. Excuse me. And this thing turns about 47 degrees a second, which is ridiculous. Camo, not that great again, but again, running with a limited crew, so 17% camo stationary, 13 while moving. And this thing only has 9 meters more view range, because these things are blind at low tier. So even with coded optics, only brings me up to 389. But we'll see what we can do. That's the Sturv M42 for you, and we'll see how it plays out like the last one. I don't run food. Like I said, it's not an autoloader. It's not something I really enjoy. I don't play tier 5 often, so we'll just make it work. Let's get to it. This whole line's pretty good. Gun depression is solid all the way through. Making all this work is just a different story. If you're new to the game, I definitely don't recommend going down this line. Not right away. If you're going for the heavy, the Emils and the Kronwagen, definitely recommend. It's a little more friendly. Or if you're going for the tank destroyers, they're also kind of friendly. A little bit of a pain in the rear, but it's a fun tank line. Let's see what I can do for myself here. I've got 15 degrees of gun depression, but I'm not faster than a scout, so I'm not going to try. And this thing's no sniper, but I don't feel like getting caught out. Hey, look, it's a toaster. Excuse me, Mr. Toaster. Hey, look at that. I don't even have to get up this high. Wishful thinking. He started moving. He might not be there anymore. Oh, no, he was still there. Okay. I might have missed him, though. You liked your T7MY, but then I got the tier 8 and sold it shortly after. What do you mean that I like that? Which one do you mean? Like the M2Y? Oh, fudge balls. There's a scout close. Well, the M2Y is nice, and the 8 is even better. There's someone right there. Both the 8 Premium and the Tech Tree are alright. You have to get it upgraded, of course. Gun handling kind of wonky at this tier. Looks like this guy's gonna kill himself for some reason. Have no idea what that was about. All he had to do was just wait for him to come back. This is issue. Can't stand the 3 long enough to upgrade. Hey man, you're not gonna get through this game if you can't if you can't tolerate shit. I've unlocked every tech tree in the game, man, and let me tell you, I've had to put up with some shit. And you know, sometimes it pays off. There's a lot of tanks that are absolutely trash at tier 8. Tragically bad. The Centurion 1 stock, horrid. Absolutely awful. It is horrendous. The fact that it is allowed to be that level of stock is just wild. So, it's just, but when it's fully upgraded, it's alright. Granted, I'm using an outdated tank. It is no longer good. It's unfortunately kind of dead. So, but hey, that's the game, man. If you can always save free XP and skip certain modules to make the tank better. I mean, I've been playing this game forever, but anytime they release something new, it's tough for me. And I played the Blesk, the tier 8 autocannon stock, and I got killed in seconds because it moves slower than most heavy tanks. It was wild. I'm going to do a redo on this one. This is just terrible matchmaking. My team epically messed that up. So I might be able to make a last stand of some sort, but the odds are actually pretty small that that's going to happen. Especially since their scouts are all around me. Ugh. Actually, you know what? I'll stick with that. I don't know. Should I give that one another battle? Probably not. I mean, that was definitely a team problem. My entire team went one direction and died. Like, I tried to sit on the other side, but my scouts went and died, and I don't want to spend all day at tier 5. So, this thing really isn't that bad. The gun handling is wonky. This is sad. I didn't get shots off till the end of the game. You guys saw it, and this is a team issue. This guy should have wrecked hell. This guy should have wrecked hell. This guy should have definitely wrecked hell. It's... my team royally screwed that up. So, seeing that this is the result, yeah, I am going to move on. I could have done better if all my team didn't just flop. But, hey, that's World of Tanks. Y'all been playing it long enough. Also curious, how long have I been playing? Since 2013, so 11 years. I've been playing 11 years. Wild. But we keep going. But yeah, man, I've had like I said, I was playing the Blesk, the autocannon, and stock, it is horrendous. It's super slow. But I switched it up, and well, I've got a mark on it now. It's super fun to play. But it's stock, it's too slow. It is way too slow to be considered a scout stock. But I get where you're coming from. A lot of things I recommend is just, if you can get your daily win, even if you did fuck all, if you get your daily win, that's that much XP you can work toward the next module and you don't have to touch it again, or you can save up free XP and get it. Anyway, that was the unfortunate Sturv M42. It was a tragic game, but I did what I could toward the end there. It wasn't going to work out for me. Now this one is very popular. Just a quick shout out to Tanks GG and even what's it called? Skill L4 4L2's fucking. He has a tank page like Tanks GG. Both are solid. His index page. Check out both for sure. Tells you weaknesses. Skill site rates the tanks. Check it out. Knowledge is everything in this game. He actually has this rated epic, and there's really good reason why. Gun handling's a lot better on this, and I'll get through its stats here in a moment. I do have a slightly better crew for this one because I did give a commander that already had some skills and a couple crew books. So my stats are going to be a little higher on this compared to the last two tanks. So I have 150 alpha, 148 pen. I have 200 gold pen. Not bad. Not bad at all. 4.2 reload. Thing fires pretty quick. 15 degrees of gun depression. 15. If I come over a ridgeline, you're basically only going to see from the bottom of my barrel and up. You're not going to see a lot. And that's if you're lucky. Aim time is only 1.6, so it's really snappy. 0.3 dispersion is great. 2100 DPM, massive step up from the tier 5. Your paper, you're still paper. Your hull armor is 55. Your turret is 20 millimeters all the way around. The front of your hull is 55. It's 30 on the side, 20 in the rear. So you're still paper. You are absolutely still paper. Artie is your worst enemy in this tank. So best not get hit. 45 forwards, 18 backwards. Not amazing, but not bad. You don't turn super slow, but you turn slower than the last couple tanks. Again, I don't have camo crews or any sort of camo bonus other than the camo on the tank. So 17 stationary, 13 while moving. It's meh. Vision. I'm no longer blind. I have 438 view range. That's not amazing, but it's far from bad. So I literally have 50 millimeters better view range than the last tank. So let's just get into it. The 15 degrees of gun depression on this thing really kills. And this is the Sturv 74, by the way. I'm running vents, rammer, and I think I'm running optics as well. I like to do all-rounder builds on a lot of my mediums. I like to do a bit of everything. A lot of my higher tier mediums, 8s, 9s, and 10s, I run scout builds. On my second build, if I have the field mods. My Leopard can scout, my UDES 3-3 can scout, my Charfouteur can scout. It's great, because if you don't have a scout on your team, someone needs to do it. Unfortunately, this is a tragically bad map, and I'm going to do my best. I hate this map. Still better than a lot of others, but it's far from a good one. I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna play in the rice field and pray that my team takes center. But if they don't, I guess I'll have to play careful. Alright. So we're not too slow getting up to speed. We're not full speed, but we're also going up a slope. As you can see, we have a very skinny profile, but a very tall one. So the goal is to hide your chassis and only expose your turret, because even though it's only 20 millimeters, you do have a lot of curves. Very slanted all around here. You do have a large cupola, but it's whatever. Kind of just have to work with what you got. I might be getting a little bold going this way, but I don't like sitting in the back too often. Last match was kind of a match where I just had to make it work. What I'm going to do is, since I have a high rate of fire, I'm going to try to get involved. An issue here is that is a Panther. And that Panther has a lot of HP. Not working out for me right now. What's up? Olivia James? Is that how you say that? Well, that's not good. However... Well, I never liked this flank anyway, but it looks like I'm going to get singled out here. Day's going alright. Well, he's out. I know he's out. How are you doing? I don't even know who you are, but thanks for asking. How are you? Come on, I need help. Why is there no help? No, 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 no. No. Looks like another day. You're doing wonderful. That's good. This is gonna be another game where I don't do so hot. Ooh. I got a Firefly with me now, which is nice, but I could have used him forever ago. He's probably gonna get singled out and die. Come on, Firefly, take the shot. Shit. Ah. I think my Firefly waited too long. I think a lot of my guys waited too long. This is probably a loss, judging by how everything looks, but let's hope my team does better. And that's the Sturv 7-4. There was not a lot I could do in that situation. You should play this thing a little more at range. I'm just a very aggressive player. I don't think I did bad, considering the circumstances. And I really could have used help from my team. This guy just sat here. He's looking toward mid. I could have really used his help. This guy tried to help, but he ultimately put himself in a worse position. It is what it is. Hopefully we win. If we don't, cool. Where are you from, Livia James? And I mean, like, how did you get here? Who is your dominant Twitch person? I've seen a lot of new names. Well, that's not what I meant, but great. Where's Northwest Tank from? NW Tank. I didn't ask you either. I don't... USA, man. USA. PA? That's not what I mean. I'm talking about, like, what streamer do you watch that led me to you? Or, sorry, that led you to me. There we go. AJ need help with some? Yeah, I'm not doing platoons right now. Okay. I'm getting sidetracked again, which is cool. I'll definitely keep up with chat. I'm just trying to keep this rolling too. So. He must be spamming everyone. Whatever. Let's go. The Leo. Tier 7, Swedish medium. Probably a favorite of mine at tier 7. It has competitive guns, allegedly. I think the big gun's the only way. I don't think I run the proper equipment on it, but that's for you to decide. Draconis. Which got you into Seabro 5, which got you into the Seabro Discourse. Got it. Well, that's cool. Draconis is good people. We were scrolling through this game and I found your stream there. Got it. Cool. Just gonna start asking people where they're from. I barely know y'all. What's AJ doing? See what AJ needs, but I'm still gonna commit to this. So let's do this. So, Leo, pretty solid tank. You can, sorry, that's field mods. Research. You can use the small gun, this one. Your gold pen is much higher at 200, but you do less damage. So your DPM's higher, your accuracy's better, aim time's better. It's solid, but you're doing 150 damage and hitting them. I'm all about standard pen. I'm a free-to-play type player like that. I play this normally. The pen's a little less on the gold rounds, but I like 300 alpha. It's double the alpha, higher pen. So let's get into it. I use the 300 alpha gun, 155 pen, 194 gold pen. It's not bad. However, you do sacrifice reload. Oh, we won. I didn't have faith in my team in all reality. That's great. Let's see how I performed real fast. Not bad. Wish I could have done better. So you do have... I thought I turned that off. Whatever. Have I ever played Siege? Of course I played Siege. I'm trash. Gun load is 9.2, so you have a long reload, but I think it's alright. Gun depression, 10 degrees, can never go wrong with that. Anything 10 plus is absolutely amazing. And you actually have a lower profile now. Aim time's a bit long. Dispersion is 0.38, which is, it's on the rough side. DPM is only 1900, not that great, but not awful. This thing's kind of like the Swedish Comet. If you've played the Comet, I think you'll like this, but it has a bigger gun. Armor, 70 to the front, 30 to the sides, 20 to the rear on both turret and chassis. Not bad. 60 forwards, 22 backwards. Not awful at all. Camo is about the same as the last few tanks. 17 while holding still, 13 while moving. And I have 450 view range, which is over max, which, thank you, barely over max. I love AJ. AJ's cool. Hey man, Red. Yeah, honestly, I can say there's really nothing I hate about this tank, and I run an all-around build, like vents, rammer, and optics. So let's get to it. I actually have a decent crew on this thing too. So this is the Leo at tier 7, and I like watching funny streamers play Siege, but I myself do not care to play Siege anymore. What's my streaming schedule? I don't have a streaming schedule. I can barely keep up with my normal life. I'm trying to stream more, but it's going to be sporadic, unfortunately, for all my regular peoples out there. I am going to try to get more consistent. There's just no saying, though. So this is the Leo. This actually is it's an alright map for it. And the matchmaking puts me right in the middle.
Livia James joins the bar.
Oh.
Cheers, bro. Another round.
Thanks for the follow. Like, I think my favorite Siege YouTuber was like Tuxbird for a while. Him and Fitz, when Fitz did it. Was it Fitz? It was definitely Tuxbird. Tuxbird was amazing. He wasn't even good, he was just funny. I think he was somewhat good, but a handful of people in Siege was that. Little bastard. I don't know what the hell he was doing. So as you can see, this thing hits hard, and this is the one reason I like it. It's decently quick. I wouldn't say it's super fast by any means, but it's quick. I think someone's in that bush. Who knows? I do play other games. It's in my little Twitch page. I just don't play them often because they're not as entertaining to watch. And let me tell you right now, this isn't always entertaining to watch. Oh, there's definitely someone there. But I like I've been playing a lot of Valheim recently, but I don't think anyone wants to watch me smack rocks and cut trees all day. Notice there's no art on my channel apart from the emotes. Have you thought about creating something like this? Yeah. No. Because I don't do enough right now, and I've already got people that I have do it for me. With a couple extra interests that I know in real life. But I appreciate it. But don't get pushy about it. I've banned one too many people trying to advertise for their graphic designing, and you know what? Power to you for doing it, but at the same time, like, just take it easy. Advertise elsewhere, please. If you're trying to grow the stream, possible to up your graphics. The game doesn't require... Well, I'm running off a shitty laptop. I'm sending off my computer sometime this week or weekend, my actual desktop, to get repaired from the guy who made it. So, and then when he gives it back, my streams will be top quality. He might even upgrade it a little bit. So yeah, I do apologize about that. I know it looks kind of shitty. 110% aware. Hey, y'all are new. Y'all don't know. A lot of my other guys know. I still play fine, but I do miss, like, the prettiness of the game, you know? Like enemy tanks from, like, far out are just gross looking. This is kind of a lackluster game for me, but this is Airfield, and unfortunately, that's just how this map plays. It plays pretty shitty. Could have made a better shot than that. My issue... Gun handling on this thing isn't amazing. Do remember that. 0.38 dispersion will rear its ugly head. I don't really want anything made right now. There will be a time where I get on a regular schedule and I may or may not seek assistance in fixing my stream stuff. Oh, well, fucking coward. I'm gonna drown myself. Like, what did you contribute other than sitting in the back, you dumb twat? Oh. Nah, come here. Come here. Yeah. Again, not an amazing game. My team actually did very well. The issue is that's just a crappy map, but I'm not saddened by my performance whatsoever. It could have been better, certainly, but I didn't do bad considering my team. I still did top 5 for damage. I did top 2 in XP, so why thank you. Yeah, you too. I appreciate your follow. And that's the Leo. UDES 14.5. Tier 8. We're finally here. This thing's a sniper. I'd say strictly for the fact that it has no armor, and once you hit tier 8, things change drastically. I'd say you can be a little more aggressive with the tier 7 than the tier 8 for sure. So my alpha is about 360. It's a little higher because of a crew skill. I have 220 standard pen, which is amazing for tier 8. I say amazing. It's good. It's good. There's no problem with that. 253 gold, not awful. 9.7 reload, so very similar to the Leo, except I hit harder. 12 degrees of gun depression, but you have hydropneumatic suspension, so if you are going below a certain speed or holding still, you can actually look even further down and the back of your tracks will raise up. 0.35 dispersion, not bad. 2-second aim time, not bad. 2250 DPM, not bad. It's a good sniper. Gun handling's not horrible. It's decent. I just enjoy playing this thing time to time. You have a very slanted hull. You actually have a decent chance of blocking certain caliber rounds. So I think 90. Excuse me. I think 90 to 100 millimeter rounds. Tier 9. But yeah, I think this can bounce 100 millimeter rounds. I'd have to do the math in my head, but it's not bad. You have 10 millimeters on the rear, so HE load this thing in the rear anytime you want. Turret armor is a little thicker, but not by much. Anything at tier 8 can mostly go through you, so 66 to the front, 30 to the side, 20 to the rear. And then let's look, 55 forwards, 18 backwards, not horrid. I have a bit more camo on this tank. I have 26 just about holding still and 21 while moving. So, and I have a lot more view range at 468, which is beyond max. I run rammer, optics, and vert stabs just to keep the gun snappy. I do not run food. I would like to run a scout build on this eventually. I think I could. But we'll get down to that another day, because I'm trying to save credits to buy the last tier 10 I need. So, UDES 14.5, it is in fact a sniper. It can play a little close, I'd say mid-range, but don't advise it. Let's go. And why tier 9? Because tier 9 gets the best matchmaking. You can only go +1. You can only meet 1 tier higher, but you can meet 2 tiers lower. On top of that, just up 9 is like the pinnacle of most tank lines. E75 is better than the E100. No one can change my mind. There are some that are not good at all. Like the next one in this line is actually the worst one in this line. Let's look at E50. E50 is amazing because why get the E50M when you can go ram tier 7s in an E50? Looking for other examples, but there's very limited tier 9s here. It's just 9 feels the best to me. T95 feels better than the T110E3. It's just has that feeling. Alright. So, I'm basically an acting tank destroyer. My goal is to hopefully spot, well, not me, but hopefully get these even 90s out of the game, because they will absolutely decimate me. And they could easily get into this bush, and probably I'd never know it. But there's also probably someone here. hate tier 8 though. Don't even get me started on that. Tier 8's actually, it used to be my favorite tier, but when you run into tier 10s, you're so limited on what you can actually do. Wow, I bet you feel real good doing that. If you ever play your Blusk like this, be ashamed of yourself. A Blusk can still scout. It's got good scouting capabilities. You just have to actually try. You can still burnt targets, but you have to get close. There is no ranged with that thing. So something I guess I could have done is gotten on this ridge and tried to help my ally a bit sooner. What I'm gonna do is run. I don't think I expected them to push. Just like I don't expect our Nurgle to be sniping, but he is. Don't know what that's about. So even though I should keep falling back, unlike this person, I can actually look down. Once you see this symbol right here, I can start getting that extra gun depression, and you see my tracks are raised in the back. This guy cannot look down, so why he's even moving up is beyond me. The only thing that kind of sucks is it takes a moment to look down and then back up. Like I'm not a fan of that at all. Ooh, sneaky little bugger. And like I said previously, Artie is your enemy. That motherfucker just hit me for 945. Yeah, there's not a lot I could have done about this game. Even if I was up there helping, I think I would have needed the G-Source help as well, at least. Because I fire too slow. Anyway, that's tier 8. Worst game yet. It can do really well. I think I got a little unlucky. But my team are getting steamrolled. This wasn't even a challenge. I had a heavy out sniping. It's just not even worth looking into. It's a shame. It happens. We all have bad games. Like I said, this is from the average person's point of view, right? I'm not a fucking god tier player like fucking Skill who can just 3-mark every tank with little to no effort. So we continue. That's all I can really say. The 14-5 is actually really good. I just got unfortunate circumstances. I heard the artillery round coming. I assumed I had already moved a few feet away from where I was, and maybe I did, and he just got lucky RNG, because damn. Every arty has to have its day, though, even though I think they're all stupid. Let's continue. So this is actually considered the worst one in the line. This is the tier 9, the UDES 16. I have hit and miss games with it. My camo rating is a bit better on this. I run pretty much almost the same build as I do on all of them. But let's get into the stats first. This thing has 390 alpha. I just have some crew skills, so it's 395, but it's 390. 237 millimeters of pen, which isn't bad. 263 gold pen. I have to answer a message after this, so I'm going to stop after I explain everything real fast. The gun load is 8.6. You're getting around 7 rounds a minute off, which isn't horrible. For 390 alpha, and you get a less reload than the other tank. 12 degrees of gun depression. Also have hydropneumatic suspension. You get that from tier 8 up, so the tier 10 will have it as well. Aim time is 2 seconds. Dispersion is 0.33. It is fairly accurate. 2700 DPM. Whole armor will be able to bounce some on here. You'll be able to bounce some, but if someone loads heat, you're pretty screwed. It's got 70 on the front of the turret, but it's super slanted. 40 on the side, and 20 to the rear for both hull and turret. And you got 70 on the, 45 on the hull, so you'll actually ricochet a few shots if you're careful and don't overexpose this by accident, which is really easy because the turret's on the back, so you're not thinking about where the front is some of the time. Yikes. Absolutely brutal. How long was that fight? It was 5.5 minutes. Yeesh. And I was dead in 2. So, continuing, this thing goes 55 forwards, 23 backwards, which is pretty good. Other than the fact that I feel like it just gets penned no matter what. It's alright. 31% camo, not bad. 24% while moving, pretty good. And 462 V range. It's not bad at all. I'm going to quickly answer some Discord messages. I'm going to mute myself for a moment, and I will be right back. Alright, cool. I'm back. Cool. Sorry. Let's do this. UDES 16. Not the best in the line. We'll do this, though. So I'm going to go right. I think that's a default by... Yeah, I think that's just default. I could go forward. Stay south. Maybe bully some people. You know what? I am. Because they have a UDES 15-16, and I do not want to run into him. Because he's better than me in every way, and he can fire heat, which this thing ironically does not do well against. Oh, God, no. You clipped me, bro. I was actually trying to avoid him best I could. I was trying to turn away, and he tapped my tracks. I don't harbor hate toward people like that. He stopped. He recovered. Because I was trying to turn, but I couldn't. Well, due to that spin out, I'm a little behind, and I'd love to go that way, but if the 15-16 goes there, I'm just dead anyway, so if I go over here, I stand a lot higher of survivability. A lot higher chance of survivability. I'm leaving words out of my own sentences, man. Hungry. So, hydro pneumatic. Let's get in a position where I can shoot someone crossing. Poor shot on me. Wow! The whole 2 assist. Also a terrible shot. Like, you want to go get fucking hit shit barn, by all means, dude. I don't even know if you can look down far enough. Good news is these guys are getting torn up, even if not by me. On paper, these things look okay, but I assure you... Oh, good. That guy got out of my way. I want my spot back. Should have known. Contrary to popular belief, T95s have ridiculous camo. Hey, man, if I die, I die. Let me die of my own mistakes. Actually, maybe he's right. I should go elsewhere. Well, I feel lost. I don't know what to do. I don't feel like I belong anywhere in this map. Maybe I should have committed to my original plan. That hydropneumatic coming in a lot late. You know, shocker that they'd have a Jaegeru sniping on their corner. I don't actually know where the fuck he is, but he's that way. Alright, well, this is just going swimmingly. I think it's fair in a situation like this where I've had my 2 worst games and I'm making ridiculously good time. We're going to give the tier 8 and tier 9 another shot. Because I just... I should have committed to my original plan on that map. I second-guessed myself, and I paid the price. So, UDES 14-5, the sniper. Let us go again. And see what we can do. After this, I'll probably just play chill for a bit. I am trying to get my streaming hours up a little. I'm already affiliated. I'd like to get back into it. And if I could get 1 or 2 streams a week, I'd be happy. If I get more, cool. I don't think anyone would like to see me play Valheim, but maybe I could do that. I'm playing on like peaceful mode essentially, so like things will only attack me if I attack them, and I've still gotten my ass kicked by a couple things, so even with the advantage. It's good old Bondland, one of my peoples. Oh, I got a lot of Seabros here. Got Mr. Talika on the enemy team. Well, I'm gonna try to do my best. I think I want to say I should go tracks, but I think I should go here. See how it plays out. This is a bit more fortunate matchmaking. Bonlin, what are you doing, bro? You're a close quarters tank destroyer, not a ranged tank destroyer. Fuck. Can't even see him. I don't like how Bonlin chose this position. Well, can't say I haven't made a play like that before. Just charge forward in my KV5. It's so much fun. Probably bad shot on me. Let me see if I can recover that. Shame. And the issue is they still have a scout up. But this thing has decent camo. But I made a wrong move. We lost the city. So I need to run. I need to run far. I might be able to scout it and play some funky positions. However, I do not have a CBS or the other one. Him knocking down that tree was awesome for me. However, this is still going to be a hard fight. He jolted forward as I fired. Ah, fuck. Thought there was enough bush cover there to cover my retreat. There was not. Glad I moved when I did. Yeah, I saw it. Ooh, but that's a huge threat. Senlak dies, we can almost guarantee a win. Senlak lives, probably not. Thank you. Oof. Yeah, not a chance. I have too many people sitting back, but much better showcase of the UDES 14.5. I can actually die on this hill. Not best in terms of damage, but I was able to keep some of the enemies lit for a while. Had a couple bad shots just by me. One thing I keep forgetting to highlight is shell velocity, which is extremely important. If I'm not mistaken, the 14.5 has really good shell velocity. So I think there was a couple shots I gave too much lead to, and then there was one where the 30 like jolted forward as I was prepared to hit him as he was backing up. Excuse me. So let's check it out real fast. Yeah, you barely have to give lead with these shells. 1385 and then 1560 are incredible shell velocities. Obviously, the farther out, you should get a hair bit of lead, but you don't really need a ton. So that was on me. But other than that, that was a good game. I've got about 2k damage, about 1,000 spotting. Not bad. Could have been better, but I'm happy with that. Now let's give the UDES 16 another try, and hopefully I don't get blapped by a Jaegeru or a Death Star or anything by an artillery round. So one more round in this, then we move on to the tier 10, which is amazing. I love the tier 10. And the funny thing is I just don't play it a lot because, ironically, I don't really care for the hydropneumatic suspension. I like just having... Like, I don't mind if it's in a siege mode because I'm more prepared for it. But it's really hard to get in the mindset of crawling slowly so I can look more down. But we'll see. The next Talkin' Tanks episode will be about the T110E5. I did it before, but I still had my setup in my girlfriend's room, or our room, I should say, and she was sleeping at the time, so I was trying to be quiet while doing it, and I didn't really get into it. So, since I have my own setup here, I will be redoing the T110E5 episode as well, and then we'll move on from there. I think I have a list on my computer of what I was supposed to do next. Let me see if I can find it real fast. It's a Minotauro after the T110E5 redo. That'll be a fun one. I'm gonna go left. There's not really anywhere else I should go but left. And no matter what goes over there, other than the skonk, I think I should be able to dominate. Should. No guarantees, right? So let's go. UDES 16, its shell velocity is 1150 and 1150 for both rounds. That's not awful. I would give a little lead to the rounds if they're at distance. Otherwise, your shell velocity is looking pretty good. Now, it looks like a lot of my team went this way, which is relatively concerning because that means a lot of the enemy team may have come this way, or not at all. I know the Peninsula is not the easiest fight, but it's players like the M454 up there that's sniping that piss me off because you're a heavy tank. Get play like a heavy tank. And this is the guy I worried about. He only has a 120 mil though. I should be able to ricochet some rounds off his my chassis. The alpha damage feels good on this. I do like it. 400, 390. Yeah, 390. It's really not bad. It just feels like a good all-rounder. A hydropneumatic suspension can either come in clutch or ruin your day. It's kind of hit or miss, honestly. And he can't afford to do much without exposing weak spots, so... Armor's holding up. A lot of the rounds coming my way are APCR, which is good for me. Still can go through me if fate deems it so. Yeah, I stayed there too long. I need someone to pop over and just hit him already. I'm gonna load a gold round here for assurance. The mistake he's making is he's exposed his whole chassis to me. Not a good trade. He was willing to do less than 400 damage to me, and then keep his gun in the game and do more damage. He should have died sooner, in my opinion, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to do... Let's use this bush for cover so I can peek and see this guy. Ooh, actually hit his cupola. Oh, he's panicking. Alright. Let's go elsewhere. So this thing's kind of holding up for me. I think I got a few lucky bounces, honestly, but I'm still happy. Obviously, I'm alive. And I'm still doing damage. They're Grilly 15 drowned themselves. Jesus. Never drown yourself. You'll make credits or keep rating as long as you keep firing. Take the chance. You never know. UDES 3-3 is paper thin. I hit his mantlet dead center. Yeah. That Grilly 15 probably could have held off most of us if he didn't drown himself. It's just shitty attitude in World of Tanks, but if you've been playing World of Tanks a long time, you know all about this. Type 61, another shitty attitude player. Now the rest of the team has to, like, it wasn't an unrecoverable fight. It is now, but initially it wasn't. What's up, friend? Did I just hear your second round go off? Ah, damn it. And time to go see what else trouble I can cause. And if that dude's running the big gun, there's 100% chance he could totally high roll me if he didn't fire. I'm pretty happy with this round. I couldn't ask for much better results. Probably the best game I've had today. I didn't start playing until I started streaming, so I didn't even warm up. It's an okay tank. I know it's rated bad, and a lot of people dislike it, but I'd say it's okay. It can bounce shots. I've blocked 1,200. That's not bad. That's almost my full hit points. And I've dealt a decent amount of damage. It's just, compared to the tier 10, it is not great. But I enjoy it. It has its difficulties, like you saw in the first match on Empire's Border, where I got blapped for... I didn't get much done. It has its days, like any other tank, and hey, look at that, I got a mark. I'll take it. Granted, how many people do you see play this thing and play it well? The answer is not a lot. Damage pretty evenly spread for the top people on the team. That's good. I had a good team. Theirs wasn't bad either. They had a few throwers, though, like this guy drowned himself. He's tragically bad. This guy drowned himself. he's even worse. That guy actually got killed, so I'm not gonna bother exposing him. But don't have a shitty attitude when you play this game. Just don't. Better reverse speed is tempting for less concealment, but you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Not take anything right now. I'll come back to it. And that's UDES 16. It's not awful. It's not great. Now, let me be very clear. Talkin tanks, like I've said previously, is from a casual player's point of view. I'm good. I'm not skill, QB, Daki. I'm not them. Okay, I'm not that skilled. I refuse to clean slate my record. I only climb through winning and trying my best, and I've went from like a 48, 42, whatever I was, to 6, and I'm still climbing best I can. It's going a little slow now that I've hit the 6 threshold recently. But I'm going. I'd say I'd probably average it somewhere 7, 8K maybe. According to my free-to-play account, I think I have 7K, because I know how to play the game, but I don't have any more than one premium. My free-to-play account, I don't buy anything. It just I did buy a tank for bonds though, the T-34-3. Anyway, sidetracked. But yeah, this is just from the average player's perspective. I'm good. I'm not that good. We go from there. I'd say I'm good enough to be able to give advice. Now, I'm also welcome to take advice because I am always still learning. Maps are always changing. So, just to clarify that. Now, bam, UDES 1516. This thing is great. There is no other words for it. It is a beast of a tank. 440 alpha, that's huge. 254 standard pen. Your second rounds are heat, and they're for 310, but your shell velocity drops off a lot. You go from 1,000 to 840, so you will have to lead shells on this tank. 13 degrees of gun depression, wonderful. 2x second aim time, not bad. 0.32 dispersion, not bad. 3,300 DPM, pretty good. Whole armor, 50 frontally, you'll ricochet some rounds. 50 on the sides, so you can kind of side scrape. I wouldn't recommend it. And then 30 on the rear. Turret is 100 millimeters on the turret, 40 to the side, 20 to the rear. So you'll be able to skip some rounds off, that's for sure. It goes 55 forwards, 25 backwards. Pretty good as well. I just want to see how my UDES. Yeah. Got distracted for a second, but 34% camo while not moving. Excuse me. 27% camo while moving at 462 view range. I always like to run optics just so I can see stuff in case things go wrong. I'm no scout, but I'm one of those people. I run a turbo. I like the reverse speed of 25, and I like getting up to speed quickly. This thing turns at 54 degrees a second. That's crazy. Rammer and optics. So, pretty straightforward. I really have nothing to say otherwise about that. Let me double check this. I did not apply. Let's apply that bonus. Let's take it for a spin. This thing is pretty solid. It does catch on fire a lot. I would almost 100% say get a firefighting crew. Do not think twice about it. Also run auto extinguishers just in case. This thing catches fire if you hit it in the front all the time. All the time. It is just a tinderbox. I am not kidding. But let's see where I get here. I don't like this map, but I'm going to do my best to try to figure it out. What I think I'm going to do is stupid. It could cause my demise early, but I don't know what else to do. I could go over there and play hold down, but what fun is that when I can probably harass a T-55? Or be unopposed. He's got HE loaded. Okay. Okay. Get it. Understood. Not off to a good start. I shouldn't need hit to pen the broadside of a Panzer 7, but according to the game, it says otherwise. The issue with this match is my mediums went into the city instead of helping the field. So now we're in a predicament where we're probably going to lose field without a doubt. There's a rushed shot on my part. I'm really trying to make this guy go away. Ooh. Oh. Totally could have hit that. That guy should go away for a while. I am surrounded on both sides. This could be a pretty crappy match. We'll see. Oh, what the fuck? We'll give it another spin. This was unfortunate matchmaking, and maybe, just maybe, I should have gone there, but I didn't want to second guess myself again. Maybe the Patton and I should have traded places. I can look at it all I want. I made a poor play. And then on top of that, my team let a TL7 get next to me. TL7 shouldn't have even been my problem. We'll probably win. It was a bad game for me, though. I think I made a poor move, but I also think my team is fucking blind, because that dude got right here and somehow just didn't take any rounds. It's unfortunate, but it happens. I also think I made a misplay trying to peek that T-55. Big misplay on my part. It's okay. I'll wait for it to come out of battle and we'll try again. Next, Talkin tanks. I'm looking here though. I believe the last one was a T110E5, so yes. We will redo that one next time, because that one didn't go well either. And then we will do the Minotauro. For anyone who hasn't gone up the Minotauro line, it's actually quite fun. 5 is mad, the 6 is mad, the 7 I really like, surprisingly. The 8 is okay, the 9 is pretty dang good, and the 10 is obviously good. I surprisingly like the 7 a lot, though. But that is what we'll be running next time. We'll be running the Italian tank destroyers. I skipped the 5, actually, so I actually don't know how it plays, but I'm going to assume it's meh, judging by the shape. Looks like a shitty Stug. Oh, I love our logo. It's so cool. Yeah, my tier 7 has 63% wins out of 70 some odd battles. I almost have my second mark. I maxed it out on points, so it's one of those things.
He kind of bit the nose off the hedgehog. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be playing this next time. We will play the Vipera as well.
His nose is gone.
I'm sorry if you can hear the people upstairs.
I guess a tag.
You know what? Actually, while we wait, let's just do it. We're going to drop back down to tier 6. We're going to play the Sturv M4257. It's a 4-round autoloader. It's like this, but in autoloader form, and you sacrifice gun depression to have an autoloader with a 2-second inner clip, 4 rounds in the chamber, 0.31 dispersion, which isn't bad, 1700 DPM. Your paper thin armor, there's nothing to talk about there. 45 forwards, 18 backwards, 22% camo, 18 while moving, and I got 426 view range. This thing's alright. I run an IRM, optics, and vents on this thing. I run vents on almost any autoloader, but I've started changing my ways recently because, in my opinion, vents doesn't help as much as it used to. Yes, 5% and everything is great, but if I'm really suffering and I need an additional 20% upgrade in my gun, then I'm going to take the 20% upgrade in my gun. Vents are just something else. I'll be right back. Door was open. That's why everything was able to be heard. Alright, so we got province. Let's see what I can do here. I'm gonna snipe. This thing is no close quarters thing. You have no armor, so unfortunately this map is kind of small, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Oh boy. So many people. This dude is going too fast. I'm in a pretty cliche spot. It's very possible I'll just get blind fired. Hoping for otherwise. Ooh. Well, shell velocity is pretty tragic, unless you go to gold. I say it's tragic, it's really not that bad. It's 925, but I shouldn't have bounced the side of a Steyerwaffenträger twice. This might be a boring match for me. I might have to get creative. Might have to get aggressive, even. Oh. Okay, we're making a play. Probably a bad one, but I'm bored. I don't know what to do. I don't feel like sitting here the entire time. I'm going to go get rid of this dude who's proxying my guys because he's annoying. None of the other TDs can really peek. This guy's not going to see me until I'm on top of him, basically. It doesn't matter. I could have played that better. It's a shit map, shit situation. Go figure they kill the fucker after I sacrifice myself. I'm getting irritated and grumpy. I need food. I'm not going to play that one again. It's a fucking 4-round auto-loading tier 6. Swedish, no gun depression. Who cares? UDES 3-3. I'll go over it. I'm not going to play it. Because it's again, it's an autoloader. I'm just playing something to pass the time, essentially. This thing, I'd put it up there with a Charfouteur. I love both. I think I like the Char a little more, but this one does make credits. It's a good trainer for your UDES 15-16 crew, without a doubt. If the tier 6 thing is all you can get, hey, the tier 6 is awesome. The only difference is this still has gun depression. You just sacrifice armor. The guy I hit earlier, I kind of hit him right here directly. So yeah, that's a strong point, but it's like the only strong point on the entire tank. You are paper thin. Yeah. This is kind of closer to the UDES 14.5 with an autoloader. I do recommend. This thing's really fun. I actually do have a scout build for it now, and I had a pretty awesome game the other day where I did like 6,000, 7,000 combined just running around. Do recommend. However, it's about the UDES 15-16, and I'm still waiting for it. So any questions, any requests, any line someone would want to see soon? Because right now my list, we're going to redo the T110E5 episode. Then we are going to do the Minotauro, then the Sheridan, and then the Centurion. So if anyone has a recommendation of another heavy tank I should do, I will take it. I think I've done the E100. I think. And I may have done one or more others. Maybe the Maz? I don't know. But yes, I would like a heavy tank recommendation, like a tech tree line I could go down and mess with. And remember, as much as I'm slightly irritated from some of these games where I'm just getting clapped, this is the average player's perspective, man. I'm not going to sit in the back and fucking red line it or leave my team to hang and dry. I'm doing what I can. I play as if my team knows what they're doing, which is a mistake, but I have the need to do stuff and get dug in. And it's not always the right play. It's just I like to be in the thick of it. I like heavy tanks. I think I did an IS-7 episode. Yeah, terrible match. But I'm not the Death Star that did 0. He did fire. Boo. Alright. One more game in the UDES 15-16, and then we'll go from there. And I'll probably, unfortunately, end the stream. I was going to hang out longer, but I'm starving, and I think food will be here soon. So, I would like food. What I can do is I can probably find some time later in the week, maybe even tomorrow. I don't think I have much going on tomorrow. And I will maybe do another short stream. Maybe I'll even get the T110E5 episode done. That would be nice. Against my better judgment, I'm going into the valley. I have gun depression. This is tier 8. The only thing I hate is Artie, and they have 2. Oh, and they have a British one. Ugh. Let's give it our best. Hopefully nothing pens me like the other game. If I have to run, hopefully I can run. Excuse me, good for sir. Let's see what we can do. I should dominate this match, right? Because I'm a tier 10 in a tier 8 match. Nah, man. Nah. I want to hug this rock as much as humanly possible. Bro, what the hell you doing with no fucking camo? Heavy tank sniping for the base. Classic. Okay, I'm wasting gold rounds at this point. I don't know what tank destroyers are there, which is my biggest gripe. I promise this thing is actually decent. Just not having good luck because I don't feel like spamming gold. That's what I get, right? Don't shoot me, dude. Okay. My impatience is definitely there. Yeah, this thing definitely has armor compared to the last one. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Always expect your team to fuck you over any way possible, and you will never be disappointed. Damn! How the fuck did he get that off so quick? Why does this dude keep... This dude. Nice. Oh, that dude's stock? That should be illegal, dude. In a tier 10 match. The fucking stock sent. Who's actually beating my ass right now. Nope, nope, nope. On fire all the time, dude. All I have to do is live. All I have to do is live. So as you can see, this thing is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I gotta run though. I really do have to run. Good news, Artie's dead. can't do anything. Oh, balls, dude. Nah, didn't matter. I'd say my team kind of let me down on that one. It's still a good match. It's a great match, even. It's just, there was a lot of just random ass suicides. But yeah, this thing can rock a fucking ridgeline. I didn't block a whole lot. They weren't really shooting at me on the ridgeline too much, and I was trying to take cover every time they did. But 4,500 damage isn't bad. I'd say a lot of my games look at about 2,500, 3,500 in this thing. So I'm happy with it. It could be better. It could be worse. Why would you try to charge Artie like that, dude? I want to say I respect him for trying, but I really don't. Like, you thought you were going to ram the most broken tier 8 light in the game? Dude's not even paying attention. Yeah. But like I said, thing's a tinderbox. That scout hit me once and I caught on fire. Carry auto extinguishers on this. Yeah, it's great to pump your DPM up, but DPM does not matter in this game. I don't care what anyone says. To a degree, it does matter. Don't get me wrong, you want that rate of fire. However, comma, are you ever really firing on reload? Like, in certain cases, especially the tanks with the longer reloads, I get it, but I'd rather hit my shots. I don't even remember how I got onto this fucking conversation, but here we are. Yeah, I did my damnedest. Their Jaegeru did pretty good. Yeah, a lot of my people just suicided, like this Borat. I watched him, like, I watched him die. Who was next to me that died? It was... Yeah, it was the Centurion. Yeah, the Centurion died. He didn't have to. All he had to do was hold still. Everyone kept pulling in front. Like, be patient. I'll peek and take a hit. Just stop. It's fucking stupid. Could have had 2 extra bodies with me. Anyway, that's the UDES 1516. I really enjoy this tank. The line is alright. I do enjoy the line. It's just it's a rough tank to play. I don't recommend it for beginners, for sure. You should probably be playing tanks for a while and understand how the game works. I mean, maybe you'd go up at first and it's your absolute favorite. You're king at it. Good for you. It's just, in general, you should probably not do this first. If you're a new player, right? Like, I would not recommend this to you first. And the funny thing is, I think at one point before the Kronwagen nerf, I recommended Swedish was a great start. And the thing is, a Swedish is only a great start if you go heavy or medium, because the Sav and the IKV, like, these are not that fun. This IKV 103 is kind of fun, but for derp trolley purposes. But yeah, that's the UDES 1516. Thank you. Next episode will be a redo of the T110E5. I will try to have this uploaded soon. I upload these to my YouTube later so people can see, just to get an idea. We'll get around to it. I'd like to do the T110E5 soon, so I might do it tomorrow. If not, it'll be this weekend. But most likely, like I said, my schedule is sporadic. I appreciate everyone for watching. Is there even anyone on right now? I hate how the new Twitch app works. Really no one. Let's send y'all to incoming.